Good morning. Today is January the 30th, 2023. We've already covered some of the subject matters I'm going to be discussing today. Bear with me. Today, I want to give you a review on the latest episodes of Law and Order and SVU. In the first blush, they were excellent. I mean, I'm surprised. I know I'm repeating myself, but they both still have it for me. I don't know. I can see why they've been on the air for 30 plus years. They're very good episodes. On the Law and Order episode, they were uh, again, one of the things I really like, and I didn't mention this, I think, in the last one, is I actually like the rip from the headlines element of sometimes both shows, but strongly I associate that more with Law and Order per se. On Law and Order, they were dealing with social media and a creator and the whole phenomena, as I called it last time. Some of the standouts for me was there were a couple of scenes. One of the scenes were where the original protagonist, and then at the end of the protagonist, sorry, spoilers, antagonist, I guess would be the proper, better term. He was a kid obsessed with clicks. There's other elements of the storyline, but in short, that's basically what his storyline was, and what he did for views was what he did. It's in the story. Watch it. It's an interesting episode. The other part of it was that his father, because this was a kid, underage, I think, his father was totally so impressed with what his kid was doing, the clicks he was getting, the kind of show, channel he was having, and the views. He was very proud of the numbers that this kid was raking in. What I liked about it was, believe it or not, how diametrically opposite it was from the way I view my channel. And all you have to do is look at my views to see, yeah, right, we get it. I am certainly not a channel that is based on views. Do I like views? Of course. Will I do anything for views? Not really. It's funny. I mean, you have to see the storyline to know what this kid would do for views and how it got him into an episode of Law and Order, as it were. But trust me, this guy could never do what they do. For one thing, I'm actually not obsessed with views. Do I like to do something that other people find interesting? Absolutely. But I'm content with the viewership I have. Do I wish it would grow? Of course. Would I do anything to make it grow? Not really. I'm sorry. It is what it is. I'm not that. The other element of the episode was the obsession with fame. And again, with me, that has never been an element of me. I'm much too introverted to be seeking fame, as it were. Quick little aside, when I was an actor back in the 80s, and I got a couple of roles, I've been on stage, did a little bit of television work, excuse me, but what threw me off was being recognized when I was out and about in my real life. Someone had seen my play or a play that I was in, and they approached me as if they knew me, which is part of fame. And I was taken aback by it. I had to pretend I was enjoying said intrusion, because that's the way it felt to me. I was thrown off. It's like, yikes. I never thought that. It shows you the intelligence of the guy you're watching. I never thought about the possibility of getting fame from being on stage. It actually threw me off and made me refocus what I was interested in, and actually I decided to get more into the creative writing side, which there is, of course, of fame, and you would like to be able to sell screenplays and whatnot. But you're not, for every J.R.R. Tolkien, there's a lot of other, trash bin writers. That's just me. I would like to have made a living doing it. I just wasn't too sure I wanted to be part of the hey world, look at me. Of course, now I've got a channel. You go figure. There's a slight contradiction, but not really. The SUV episode that followed was really, again, much to my surprise, 24 years it's been on, 24 seasons it's been on, and they still have it. They're using a bit of a formula that the original show did, and now that after the hiatus, we'll see if they're continuing with the formula of recycling or getting rid of old characters, bringing in new characters. And the current SUV episode was fascinating. They had this one character who was literally on for only 4 episodes. He played a captain in a precinct presiding with the New York, the Manhattan precinct. But anyways, this guy, he was only on for 4 episodes, and he had a major influence, because I don't want to give you any spoilers. You got to watch it. It's very cool. Cool. It's very, really? It really was a great show. For only 4 episodes, the character development was so well done that when what happens, you felt it. It was like, and then you realize, wait a minute, he was only on for 4 episodes, and not only that, only 3 consecutive episodes, but one a couple of episodes previous. Very well done. I guess I could tell you his name is Duarte in the episode. I don't want to get much more into it, other than I really like how they can bring in a character, develop him so well that when a major event happens, it has impact, which is great. Just great writing, great story. It was a very interesting 3-parter. That just the SVU was a 3-parter, and actually I don't necessarily mind that they do that with SUV. On occasion, I like it because the Law and Order will also do that. But I do like the standalone episodes. That formula seems to work for me. But that's what this review is what I think of the show. The final thing I want to say about the Duarte character was I really liked his look. And so much so that I think, or at least in my take, I've developed a bit of it. I've only been wearing, the facial hair for about 10 years, let's say. Not even. But it's always more of a scruffy look kind of thing. I have bad skin, and so I needed to wear the facial hair. I actually had seen recently I had seen an older video which I had done in the summer, and I was like, yikes, look at that beard. I actually wasn't liking the beard. And then I happened to watch probably the episode I'm referring to that happened maybe a couple months ago, of this Duarte character. And I really liked the way he was wearing his facial hair. And the light bulb goes off in the head, and I adapted it for my look, with differences, of course, because he has a fuller facial hair. I've got what God gave me. So, but it is his look that influenced the current look, or had some influence in the current look that I'm wearing. So there you go. The genie's under the bottle. You know my secrets. I will wrap this up with saying, if you haven't seen the episodes, I imagine you'll enjoy them. I mean, if you like police procedurals and just great drama, great characters, and if you love New York City, come on, the show works for me still. As you can see, I'm actually kind of giddy over it because it was that good. I consider it as good as any the episodes throughout the history of the show. You still got it. Dick Wolf, well done. Anyways, that's what's going on behind the patch this morning. I will talk to you guys later. Hope you guys have a good rest of the day.